I clearly remember the exact second that I realized what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I was a freshman, and we were up at the old field house, and we loaded in the show, and I just loved everything about it. You know, I remember setting up all the equipment, and it was all stuff that I'd never seen before, and I thought that was really interesting. And I remember going up to my follow spot position for the show, and the show starts, and you know, several thousand people in the field house there watching the show, and I remember the lights tipped down, changed color, and then moved out over the audience, and then everybody in the crowd just went nuts. And I was just sitting up there on my follow spot, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's like, I want to do this. And I think literally that next day I changed my major.
Chris Conti started his lighting career the day after he graduated from Wittenberg University. Through every light repair and miles of cable, he continued to focus on the dream of working in live performances. That dream was realized multiple times in productions like Coldplay, Michael Jackson, Rolling Stones, Madonna, U2, Britney Spears, Super Bowl halftime, VMAs, Olympic ceremonies, and more. In 2009, while on tour, Chris watched as the crew climbed endless ladders to adjust individual spotlights, and he knew there had to be a better way. An idea that revolutionized the lighting industry and won Chris a technical Emmy.
I wanted a small school. I wanted a school that had a good theater program, that had lacrosse. Wittenberg kind of ticked all those boxes. And I remember going out to Wittenberg, how beautiful the campus was. I was like, oh man, it just felt perfect. And that's how I ended up at Wittenberg. For me, Wittenberg, it was all about the size and the feel of the campus and really the professors. You know, you look at some of what these professors are doing outside of Wittenberg. It's pretty amazing stuff. And then you look at what some of the alumni are doing as well. It blows me away every time I read about it. There was a series of professors in the theater department. We had Dr. Reynolds, Dr. George, Jimmy Humphreys, Dr. Debbie Henderson now, and then Shiming was the dance teacher, professor. So all of them were big influences for me. But by far the largest was Jimmy Humphreys. Unfortunately, he passed away. Jimmy passed away just about a year ago, actually. It was like losing a family member. I mean, it was just he was just such an influential part of my life, and really taught me a lot of the fundamentals and taught me the basics. And then hearing of his passing it was hard. I was very fortunate that when I left Wittenberg and started my career, I was able to hook up with him a couple times. I remember actually on tour. I was touring at the time, and I came through. The tour came through Columbus, Ohio, and he came out and stuff. So he was able to see what I was doing and stuff, which was just really a great experience. My family's everything to me. For a long time, I was touring, and when we started a family, I stopped touring. And even though I'm not on the road full time, I still travel quite a bit, and it's just so difficult leaving my family, two young kids, my wife. But it's what, I love what I do, and there's nothing better than coming home to them when I come back off of a trip. My wife and I moved here to Rutherford in 2009. We loved it because it was a small community, very much like Wittenberg. Great schools, a little more space, it's close to New York City. And my wife works in the city, I work here in New Jersey, so us being able to get where we needed to go was real simple from here. We're close to an airport for when we have to travel. I'm on the Board of Education here in our town. I also volunteer as a ski patroller at a local ski area. And both of these things I really attribute to my experience at Wittenberg, in that, at Wittenberg we had a community service requirement. And, being a teenager at the time when I was there, it's like community service, what am I gonna do? And I had a friend at Wittenberg who said, you can serve the community in all kinds of different ways. You can use your passions. So I had volunteered at a theater in Springfield I provided lighting for a dance troupe, a community dance troupe. So that was really the first time I'd ever wow, I can do what I like and help people at the same time. So I really tried to carry that through, like volunteering as a coach here in town, or working on the Board of Education, or as a ski patroller. There's so many distinguished alumni from Wittenberg, and they've done some amazing things. So to be even considered is an honor, and never mind to win it. I just can't believe it. And I can't believe my friends were thought highly enough of me and what I've done to recommend me for this.